each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. Hope everybody's having a good day. Today's Saturday. All day. So, it is April 10th. And we are going to do daily reflections. All right. If you are here for the live, please say hello. If you're here for the video, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch, please say hello and let me know. Yeah. Let's get started. Morning, Chris. Good to see you. I hope you had a good Easter week. Yeah, so let's get started. Let's get started with ODAT. Let's see what they got to say today. Change is the characteristic of all growth. Okay. So the first thing that came to my mind when I heard that, good morning, Shane. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Change is the characteristic of all growth. I don't know how much more I can add to that, man. Because here's the thing is the way that I see it is I have a lot of amends to make, right? And the only true amend is change behavior, right? So for me, it's all about change. From drinking to sobriety, from dishonesty to dishonesty, from conflict to serenity, from childish dependence to adult responsibility. All this and infinitely more represent change for the better. Only God is unchanging. Only He has all the truth there is. Do I accept the belief that the lack of power was my dilemma? Have I found a power by which I can live by, a power greater than myself? So I found that my very first successful relationship was going to be with God. That was my very first one. And then I utilized that relationship to create my other relationships with my wife, with my kids, my grandkids. It worked very, very well. So there's a lot more to just finding your higher power, and it's your higher power. No, you cannot borrow my higher power. He is my higher power. You go find your own. It's where we actually get to be selfish in the program. Take advantage of it. I pray that the program will be, for me, an outline for change, for changing me. These days of transition from active addiction to sobriety, from powerlessness to the power through God, may be rocky as change can be, but may my restlessness be stilled by the unchanging nature of God, in whom I place my trust. Only God is whole and perfect and predictable. I don't know about predictable. Today I'll remember I can count on my higher power. Well, yeah, it'd have to be predictable because that creates consistency, which is kind of what we need. But I would probably go with only God is whole and perfect and accountable and always there. I don't know about predictable. So what's the other thing about change? Change is very, very uncomfortable. So in the beginning, when you're changing, it can feel weird. You're going to not want it because it's uncomfortable. It's new. I tell you now, it's not as uncomfortable as getting clean off of drugs and alcohol for a month. At least it wasn't for me. I was ready for change, man. I tackled it with the surprising vigor that they talk about. Because I knew what was going to come. I knew what was going to happen. And I had experienced the gifts before. And my thing is that I was afraid that I wasn't allowed to have them back because I was given them and then I screwed it up. So my fear was that God wasn't going to take me back. I'm going to tell you that I was very wrong. Growing up, this is out of As Bill Sees It, so instead of reading it twice, I'm just going to read the whole thing here. I pulled it up on the internet. Essence of growth. Let us never fear needed change. Okay. Now, I didn't put these two together. They did it all by themselves. God does this stuff. I didn't know that ODAT was going to be about change also. Certainly we have to discriminate between changes for worse and changes for better. But once a need becomes clearly apparent in an individual, in a group, or AA as a whole, it has long since been found out that we cannot stand still and look the other way. The essence of all growth is a willingness to change for the better, and then an unremitting willingness to shoulder whatever responsibility this entails. That's a lot, I think. That's a lot right there in a few short sentences. But I really like the end there. An unremitting willingness to shoulder whatever responsibility this entails. And we're talking, I think we're kind of talking 12th step stuff here. In a sense, right? Even though we're talking about change. See, the thing is one of the things that I do on here is I bring things up in case you are drinking or still using. And what I do is I put little seeds in to ruin your drinking and drugging career. Okay? Because I'm responsible for that. That's why I come on here. Right? Once we know something, then we become responsible for it. Why? Because it makes us accountable. And once we are accountable, we become different people. I'm telling you, accountability is the key. It was for me. Okay? I have 5 accountability buddies. Notice I didn't say sponsor. I have a sponsor. He's one of my accountability buddies. Okay? That is just a fun word. It's fun to say. And it catches on. Right? So being accountable really is a big thing. Okay? Because it initiates a lot of things. Yes. When anyone, anywhere reaches out for help, I want the hand of AA to be there. And for that, I am responsible. So are you going to take on that responsibility? Oh, well, I only have a week sober. You can still help somebody. You can still be accountable. You can still change. All these things are right in front of you. It's just a matter of picking up the right tool and utilizing it. All right. What do they have to say about it? Sometimes when I become willing to do what I should have been doing all the time, I want praise and recognition. Oh, do we want that? Especially in the beginning. Right? And then we get to a point where you'll get to a point where you don't want to take the credit for it, so you give credit to somebody else, and then they give credit. Eventually the credit's going to go to God. Because that's where it belongs. Okay. Now, if you're feeling that way, right? Don't count on other people to come along and say, you did a great job. Good job, Dion. Congratulations. You can't expect that. Okay? So what do? Good job. There you go. All done. That's it. There's nothing more to it. Okay? Congratulate yourself. Well, that feels uncomfortable. Then you don't deserve the credit, do you? Think about this. Okay, if that makes you feel uncomfortable, do it anyway. Maybe you are at a point where you love yourself enough. Can you look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I actually like that guy. I'm staring at myself right now, guys. Okay? And I like the guy that I see. I like the person I'm looking at. Yeah, I've got some blemishes going on. I'm a human being, things like that. But overall, I like what I see. I don't realize that the more I am willing to act differently, the more exciting my life is. And those are the dividends that you will receive: happiness, joy. Recognition is not really a dividend. Not in my book. Okay. It's cool to get recognition. Feels nice. But certainly not a requirement. The more I am willing to help others, the more rewards I receive. Right? You got to be open-minded to that. Okay? God, can you please help me? Give me direction. I'm not sure what to do next. Then take the cotton out of your ears and shove it in your mouth. And shut up. Because God talks through other people. And he may talk through the person you don't like. Okay? That's happened to me. And if I open this up and say something, God, please help me, I'm listening. I don't care who is saying it. That doesn't matter to me. And I'm capable to do that because I love them. Maybe I don't have any respect. Maybe I've lost some emotional appeal to them. But that doesn't mean I don't love them. That's what practicing the principles means to me. Fun and benefits for me are in the willingness to do the actions, not to get immediate results. Being a little kinder, a little slower to anger, a little more loving makes my life easier, makes my life better and easier, a lot easier, day by day. So I utilize something here. Well, I don't want to. Well, fake it till you make it, right? This is what's cool about faking it till you make it. And people really misunderstand this because they're like, don't fake it till you make it. Then you misunderstand what the saying is about. That's okay. You got it. Take care, Shane. We won't need anything today, man. But we do need to meet this week because we're going to be 2 weeks in advance. You're starting next week. So we'll get your schedule together, man. I lost my train of thought, and I don't have Jill here to remind me. So this is the trick of fake it till you make it, right? So let's say I'm not having the best day. So I decide that I'm going to go ahead and start laughing at things. And I do this. I actually do this. Okay, I will laugh at silly things, just stupid things. Just start laughing at them. Okay, it's going to feel a little fake. But after a little while, it's going to turn into actual laughter. Guess what? You weren't faking it at all. It's just a human emotion that you were trying to utilize it. It wasn't. Okay? So quit taking that saying for what it isn't. Okay? Fake it till you make it, man. Because then you're going to find out that you were doing it the whole time. That's the whole point behind it. Good morning, Jill. You're here. I'm just wrapping up. You should have been here 30 seconds ago. I forgot what I was talking about. I needed you. I actually said Jill's not here. And yeah, so change, change starts from within. Right? Change starts with you and it ends with you. Right? What are you going to do today to make the world a better place? It's a good question to ask. What are you going to do today that's going to make the world a better place? All right. That's about the 15-minute mark. Good talk. Thanks for being here, guys. Okay. So I'm also not quite awake, as you guys probably noticed by now. All right. I will see you guys on, we'll see you tomorrow. I always come on here on Mondays. Have a great day, guys. I love you all. Peace out and have a day. Thanks, Chris. Love you.